Welcome back for another video. For today's video I'll be running through a Gameweek28 wildcard draft. It's a very good opportunity to wildcard if your team needs it, as we've got two double game weeks in front of us and then a blank game week in 30, all three of which you can prepare for in one go. In my opinion, if you have a free hit or even two left and you are wildcarding now, you're better off saving the free hit in blank game week 30. Game week 33 and 36 are likely better chances because you can somewhat prepare for 30 if you're wildcarding now. Optionally, if you still have your bench boost as well, you can use it in Game Week 29. It does mean you'll have a bench of single Game Week players, however realistically you're likely to, even if you wait for Game Week 36, which could be the biggest double. If you'd like to support me by becoming a patron or YouTube member, the perks are the same, which includes early access to videos and a private channel on the Discord where I'll give team feedback. Links are in the description to both. So let's jump straight into the draft. In goal it's Sarr, who makes the draft for obvious reasons. They play two home games this double game week against Crystal Palace and Watford, and they don't blank in game week 30. They don't have a double in 29, however the bench keeper does. Wolves are without Semedo, who is a huge miss, but the fixtures look good enough to jump on. The back four is Rudiger, Trent, Robertson and Kilman. Rudiger gets the armband on this draft. I'm planning to captain him as I do think he's the best option, however there are tons of good alternative captains in this draft. Chelsea's fixture run from here to the end of the season is excellent, and if they can find their way back to early season form there'll be plenty of clean sheets. Ideally Chelsea keep back-to-back clean sheets in this double, which would be an excellent return from Rudiger. Trent and Robertson come in for the Liverpool double up. It's an encouraging fixture facing West Ham at home. Liverpool will be desperate to get revenge after the 3-2 defeat when they played each other in November. The atmosphere will be bouncing after their League Cup win and the fans will know the importance of the remaining games, with Liverpool still well in the title race. Over the last 6 games played, Trent is on 34 points while Robertson is on 58. Robertson's been phenomenal recently and he's only 7% owned and he's 1.3 mil cheaper than Trent, so the double up looks strong for the remainder of the season and they have the double in 29. Kilman has the double we discussed against Palace and Watford with both games at home. Wolves have conceded 21 goals this season, which ranks 4th best among all teams. They've not conceded more than twice in any game or season, which underlines their solidity. Kilman gets the nod over Saiss to free up funds. They're about on par in honesty, and in terms of points, Kilman and Saiss are both on 93 points. Rafinha's among the top for predicted points. You can't help but be put off by his lack of hauls over the season though, which is why I'm less convinced by him for captaincy. If you split his season up into pairs of game weeks, he's only hit double digit points once all season across 2 fixtures combined, which was 16 points that he scored from game week 5 and game week 6 added together. Salah needs no justification, so we'll skip over him. Coutinho faces Southampton and Leeds, and he's another one that you could make the case for captaining. He strikes me as the type of player who could go on a quiet run for a few games and then explode with a haul. He's already played Leeds once back in game week 24, which was when he last got a return. He scored and got 2 assists for a 16 pointer that game week. Villa have dropped off a bit recently, but I back them to turn it around. Kane has a single game week against Everton. He's got the double in 29 and crucially doesn't blank in game week 30, which is important for saving the free hit. Spurs have been poor recently, but it's still important to have him to cover yourself in game week 30, and he could certainly do well over the next 3 game weeks, so he's by no means a bad pick. In fact, over the last 4 games played, Kane is top among all forwards for expected goal involvement on 3.32 XGI. Broja and Jimenez are the final 2 strikers for their double game weeks. You could make the case for Adams and Hwang instead. The Wolves forwards are tricky after Jimenez was benched last game. However, due to their double this game week and no blank in 30, there's not many alternatives. Adams has been the Saints forward in better form, but Broja did make an impact off the bench in their win against West Ham in the FA Cup, scoring a goal in added time. On the bench it's Pickford, Saka, Martinelli and Tierney. So hear me out for a second with Pickford. Everton have been poor defensively, however as we approach the tail end of the season, the recurring question we ask ourselves is which teams have something to play for and which teams have nothing left to play for. In Everton's case they're fighting for their lives as they could drop into the relegation zone this game week. Further to that, Everton now have 4 postponements, which is more than any other team, so they'll have plenty of double game weeks towards the end of the season after game week 30, perhaps as soon as game week 31 or 32. Therefore, for 4.9 mil, he's a reasonable under the radar pick. This draft does mean that Saka, Martinelli, Tierney all get benched for the Watford game. Watford have shored up their defence under Hodgson, even keeping a clean sheet to Man United on the road. However, if you wanted to play an Arsenal asset in this one, you could bench Robertson. This draft gives you 7 doubling in game week 28 and 8 doubling in 29 and 9 playing in game week 30 before any transfers. In game week 30 you could sell Salah and Broja for Son and any forward. Then in game week 31 you sell one of Son or Kane to bring Salah back in. It's a bit messy as it is a -4, however for 4 points you save your free hit to field 11 and you'll comfortably make much more than 4 points back when free hitting in game week 33 or 36. Of course, if you've used both free hits already, then this route simply gets you through Game Week 30 with minimal exposure while still capitalising on the doubles before. If you can't afford this draft, then you can tweak a few players such as Robertson to Van Dijk, or Pickford to Dubravka, or Jimenez to Hwang. That concludes today's video, thanks for watching. If you found this video useful, please hit like and subscribe if you're not already. See you soon for the next one.